just moving on, last year, or over the last few years, there was more young fellas would have come out to us on the 11th night. We always still have that night at the Orange Hall in Aughrim there on the 11th night. We drum a bit, and then later on we move into Castle Dawson and bring in the 12th morn there. We're in there till after 12 o'clock or around about that at the Arch in Castle Dawson. And we noticed more and more interest from young fellas, and I suppose really some of us then went across to Aughrim over there to a man, Jim Kernahan. He was taking a drumming school there for time drumming. It wasn't the match drumming that you would do at the matches there, just like a double time or a roll, a constant roll. There's a bit more time involved in it, and that's what the boys are doing here tonight. And some of us learnt over there a tune to the fife, and then we sort of perfected that, if you could call it that, over maybe a couple of years. And then last year we thought it would be a good idea to start a wee club and maybe get some young fellas interested in learning the time drumming. And it went well for us. And we had maybe 7 or 8 come along every other Tuesday night. And we persevered all winter. And some came through and they were fit to drum, and some just haven't made it yet, but they're still there and they're still practicing, and we'll get there. And then we thought, just at the tail end of last year, that we need to get fifers going. No point in having drums and no fifes, so we bought some fifes and went to just some music or some notes, and some people took them away and have been trying to learn them. But that's where our friends come in here. They're obviously not Aughrim men, they're strangers who would know that. These men here graciously come along from the Cali. But there's one man there who is not a stranger to you all, and that's Billy here. Billy's an Aughrim man at heart, really. Billy was in our band whenever he was a young fella. And then
broke away.
And then he broke away. He headed to Ronaldstown. And the Callie's just outside Ronaldstown. These men fife down there and drummed a wee club going there. And they've been up with us a couple of 11th nights there at Aughrim. We've had a great time together. Just last year, then the rain came on, things was going well, the rain came on, we had to call an abrupt end to it. So we're very thankful for Billy and his mates here to come along tonight to give us a pull out. Our fifers just didn't feel confident enough to come, and he'd been stunted listening to the one tune all night. So these men very graciously came along and helped us out. But we're there every other Tuesday night, roughly, and it is roughly. Some nights we remember about it, some nights some of us don't, but it's every other Tuesday night, and we'd like to see more coming along. And if anybody's interested in learning the drum, or in fact learning the fife, we'd like to get a few fifers going. We'd be more than welcome to speak to some of us after, or come along on a Tuesday night there down to Aughrim. More than welcome, we'd be glad to see you there. So, I had it in my head, I thought I was going to win this last time. Oh, I have, the name of the tune is Gold in Every Pocket, and that's the last tune we're going to play. So thank you very much.